5, 4, 3.
Oh wait, that's 6.
2, 1. Hey, welcome to LBC Youth. How you doing?
Hello.
Man, week 2. We are so glad that we are here with you. We are in our new studio. Give us a little thumbs up on the comments if you can hear us. If you can't, we'll start doing charades here pretty quick. Ooh, so give us a little comment on whether we're really live or not, or else these games that we're going to play are going to be exciting.
We are alive.
We're
alive.
But
is our YouTube
are we good?
Live? Oh, sweet.
Yes, we are. All right.
Our teleprompter is saying that we're good.
We are good. We are good. Well, we are so glad that we are here in our new studio. Man, we are just so blessed to have just amazing staff here at LBC. They really just treat us so well.
Yes.
And
we built this in a week.
Yeah, it's amazing. We didn't.
We laid the concrete.
No, they didn't do much. But hey, we are hoping you had a great week. Hoping you are finding new stuff to do around your house. But Tyler, what was your highlight of your week?
Man, I actually have 3.
3?
So I have 3 highlights. I couldn't pick between the 2 that I was talking to beforehand. So I'm just going to share 3. So if you don't know this, I love meat. Like, I love to eat meat. I love to eat lots of meat. And so this last week I made a deer roast in the crock pot, which was amazing. That was yummy. And then over the weekend, I smoked on my cool smoker grill this amazing pork tenderloin. It was mouth-watering. So that was a highlight.
Nice.
So I'm enjoying this staying at home and cooking type thing. Then the third thing, Leah and I actually were able to go and serve at People City Mission. On Monday. Cool. So they are really looking for lots of volunteers. They need volunteers because anyone over 60 can't serve, and all of the college students who used to serve are no longer there. So they need volunteers. So we were able to go serve a meal Monday night at People City Mission. That was really fun.
So, do you think if families wanted to go do that, if you got your parents and they wanted to go do that, maybe call them and see if you could help out? Yeah,
they said every mealtime they need people. So it's wide open for serving.
Cool. Yeah. That's cool.
How about you, Brad?
Man, we did some fun stuff at home. We got to do
everyone else.
Like everyone else. We started projects that we've been putting off since we moved in the house about 4 years ago. So painting, we're doing a lot of painting. So it's kind of fun. Our downstairs looks completely different now because we've done a lot of painting.
What color?
Well, we're not there yet. We're just painting the trim white. So we're just on white trim so far, but we'll get there. We'll get to some awesome color, I'm sure. The other thing that I'm excited about that we can't wait to show you, we'll maybe give you a sneak peek. There's some really cool ideas that we have thrown around, but Tyler showed me something today that literally made my day. We have a new outlet that we are getting t-shirt options for camp. And this is amazing. You guys are going to love the camp t-shirt. It is incredible. And we're so looking forward to showing you that probably very soon. But
wait, isn't this the shirt?
It's a lot like this. We're going cat theme. And if you were at camp last year, you know how much I love this shirt right now. So,
Brad and cats.
Yeah, me and cats. Still hate them.
Everyone who was at camp last year, Yeah,
still hate them. Hate them. Only because I love Tyler. Am I wearing this right now?
Yes, because I love cats.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're going to do a little DoorDash competition again.
DoorDash. I feel like we need a sound thing, ding, 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 ding. DoorDash.
There we go.
Right there.
Anyway, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. This week, and our first game, you're going to have to know Tyler's number if you want to play. So, Tyler, why don't you give your cell phone number out again, just so everybody has it.
And just to clarify, we're not going to Chick-fil-A.
Right.
DoorDash
is going to Chick-fil-A and then delivering it to your place.
Leaving it on your doorstep.
Yep.
Dropping it like a mic and then leaving.
No contact.
But yes, so my cell phone, you're going to want to write this down, 402-202-1260. All right, so I have it with me.
402-202.
1260. So we love the scavenger hunt idea. All right. So we're going to do another house scavenger hunt.
So
this is what you need. All right. You ready for this? You might have to write it down. It's a little bit more encompassing, bigger, larger than last week.
Definitely not on the same theme. So
yes. Okay. So here we go. Are you ready for this? So Brad, we need
5
pieces of fruit.
5 pieces of individual fruit.
5 pieces of fruit. Then we need 2 stuffed animals.
2 stuffed animals.
1 Halloween decoration.
One Halloween.
Which
Could be anything.
crazy. A Halloween decoration.
Go dig through the piles right now. Go.
Maybe people are dressing up already.
Yeah.
Like past the time at home.
What do you got? Oh,
and the last thing,
last thing
is one other family member.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So one other family member, and you have to be in the picture, and then you're going to text me. And the first person that texts me,
5
I will get you something.
pieces of fruit, 2 stuffed animals, 1 Halloween decoration, and 1 additional family member get you Chick-fil-A to your house by 8 o'clock.
Let's see here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let me see here. Wow. Marcus, if you've ever loved me, give me the Chick-fil-A.
Sorry.
That's Marcus from home.
Marcus will be back with us next week. He is still staying home, hanging out. He'll be on Zoom for high school students. They don't have some small groups going on. He'll be throwing information at you right after we get done with YouTube Live, and he'll be hanging out with you over Zoom, hanging out with Barrett at home.
Ooh.
Are we getting anywhere?
We are getting lots. Hold on.
Right.
I got one. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness.
I want the McKillop family. Austin, I can't believe last week you literally took it out of the picture. So your daughter didn't win Sonic. I hope you made up for that this week. So sorry about that. But I hope this week, do we have it?
Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Oh no. They're just coming in so fast.
I think Tyler just deleted them all.
Here we go. Yay. I have it.
All right.
We have Miss Abby Frost.
Abby Frost.
There you are.
There you go.
She sent me 3 additional ones.
Ooh. Well,
so
just give one so that we can see it on the.
There it is. There it is. Abby, you won Chick-fil-A DoorDash this evening. Thank you, everyone else. If you can just see all those streaming in, you guys are awesome.
So Abby, send your address to that number, and we will make sure we get that to you. So contest number 2, this is for everybody. You're going to use the chat in YouTube Live. And here's the thing. Hey, we understood last week, we didn't have a moderator. Some inappropriate things got said. We will shut that down if we have to, but we'd really love to keep it open so you guys could be talking to each other. But if something happens, we are going to figure that out, and we're going to shut that down. But for this game, this is what you need. You need to be by your computers, ready to go. Here it is. The number of days from right now, because all of us are missing, well, not all of us, many of us are missing sports in our world. From right now, how many days until the first Husker football game? The first person with the correct answer wins.
Not the spring game.
Not the spring game, because that's not happening. That's like most things in Nebraska. They're just not doing it. So
we might have a day of mourning on that day.
Maybe.
The spring game.
Maybe. What day is that? April what?
I don't even know.
Oh. Well.
Probably on Easter.
There we go. Probably on Easter.
We can't get together on Easter.
I know. Well, virtually.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. Oh, Caleb Finneran with the win. Congratulations, Caleb.
Thank you, teleprompter.
Yeah, man, we have such good people around here. They're amazing. So Caleb, again, if you might not want to if you got Tyler's number, send your address to Tyler's number. Maybe you might not want to post it on. What was the answer? The answer was 164 days.
Yes.
So we will be out of quarantine in 164 days.
September 5th. Look forward to it.
September 5th.
That's like 6 months away.
Get your tickets now. All right.
They might be free.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good point. Yeah. Anyway, well, guys, during this time, we want to just encourage you guys, support you guys. I've got just a little bit of a message that I'd love to talk to you about. I don't know how many of you have been in some storms before, but this is a story in the Bible. It's in Luke 8. One day, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's cross to the other side of the lake." So they got into the boat and started out. As they sailed across, Jesus settled down for a nap. But soon a fierce storm came down on the lake. The boat was filling full of water, and they were in real danger. The disciples went and woke him up and shouting, "Master, Master, we're going to drown." When Jesus woke up, he rebuked the wind and the raging waves. Suddenly the storm stopped and all was calmed. And then he asked, "Where's your faith?" The disciples were terrified and amazed. "Who is this man?" they asked each other. "When he gives a command, even the wind and the waves obey." Well, I don't know about you, but this coronavirus thing is like a rogue storm. I didn't see it coming. It was like these disciples, like they were having a great time. They were having a great day. They'd just been with Jesus, had done, these miracles were going on, and so many cool things were happening. And they got in the boat, and they're probably going like, man, we're just going to take it easy. This is going to be great. We can just hang out as a group of people and just go over to the other side, probably going to have a big party on the other side of the lake. And then this storm came up. I think the coronavirus for me has been a storm. It's been a rogue storm out of nowhere. I didn't see it coming. We had all these plans. We were coming with all these great ideas, and everything was going on. And then this thing happened. I don't know when it was real for you, but I could remember like watching an NBA game, and all of a sudden, right before the game, they canceled the game. Like they put both teams had to go to the locker rooms. They said canceled. And a couple hours later, the NBA said, actually, the whole league is suspended. And then it started to get real. It's like March Madness is my thing. I mean, I could fill out brackets all day long. And I love watching like that. That first weekend is amazing. I love watching all that basketball. And then they canceled basketball. They canceled the March Madness tournament. And I remember like almost getting a pit in my stomach going like, man, that stinks. Like that hurts. Like I feel like I'm missing something. And then as the week went on, it was like, wait a second, we're canceling church? What, we can't do Activate, we can't do Wednesday night? And then school was out. And all of a sudden people were saying, well, this might be weeks. And I just remember just feeling like all this stuff kept hitting me. And then there was like weird things, like my daughter, who's a senior in college, she got this, just this week, she got an email that said, hey, congratulations, you are officially done. She's a student teacher at a LPS school. And they said, hey, because of what's going on, because LPS is where LPS is, all student teachers, they're done. So she's all of a sudden done with college, like a quarter of the semester early. And all of a sudden, the storm started to hit. It felt a little rocky. I don't know where you're in on this. I don't know when it became real, when like this COVID-19 virus, like it's really going to affect your life. I don't know where that was for you. Maybe it was this week when it's all of a sudden like, really, I have to be in my house again. Or maybe it was when I can't go to my friend's house. What, we're canceling that vacation, we're canceling that trip. Maybe I'm at high school, this has to be rough. Maybe it's a sports season that all of a sudden is in jeopardy or maybe canceled altogether. Maybe it's prom. Maybe it's for some of you seniors. Maybe it's like the idea that, man, I may never walk back through my high school again as a student. I don't know where the storms of your life hit or where the storms of this COVID-19 thing have hit you. I believe you navigate through those. Because we could respond like the disciples did. And I wouldn't blame the disciples. I would be doing the same thing. A storm came out of nowhere. I'm just hanging onto the boat. And sometimes I think we do that. We just hang onto the boat going like, when a rough storm happens, and you're like, get me through this. I'm just going to hold on through this. It'll just pass. It'll get by. And we're in a season where I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It might. 2 weeks from now, we might be okay. We might be able to go freely back to what we've used to do. And maybe we won't. And maybe this will be a month or 2 months. Hold on to the boat so long and just try to get by. Maybe a day of looking at this, of navigating these days, is to look at how disciples finally got to this, where they weren't just clinging to the boat trying to stay alive, but they went and got some help. Because at one point they did go to Jesus and say, we're drowning on. And Jesus can't just hang on to the boat and try to get through this season. Because some of us end up being frozen. Some of us end up feeling like we're stuck and just waiting for this thing to pass. But what if God was calling us? What if God was inviting us to live an intentional life, even in the midst of all this? So what does that look like? Well, it could look like quite a few things. And we're going to unpack that as we go along. Here's just some things I want to give you as takeaways. There's kind of 4 things that I wrote down that in this story that I would love to maybe just remind you that you could actually live in during this season. The takeaway you might want to live with, if Jesus was with you before the storm, he's with you in the storm. Number 2, don't let your current situation distract you from the bigger purpose of your life. Some of you are really distracted because you don't have a schedule and you don't have anybody getting you up in the morning and you don't know what to do when you get up. Don't let that distraction take you away from who God made you to be. Like, he's made a lot of you to be really loving, really caring. You can't wait to help other people. You can do that now. And we'll give you some tools, maybe some ideas on how to do that. And 3, ask Jesus into your current circumstance. I don't know if that's been part of your process, but I would encourage you to live intentionally. Start asking Jesus into your current circumstance. And finally, live intentionally. Live intentionally as you learn to trust Jesus more. Now, that takes a little time. It takes a little effort. It takes a little discipline. And we're going to talk about that as we go through the coming weeks. But I want to give you an example. We have a guest in the studio with us tonight, but Tyler's going to come up and he's going to introduce her. And he's going to talk about a situation. Sometimes to live an intentional life doesn't have to be a storm that hits. Sometimes it's just a special thing that happens where all of a sudden you get an opportunity to have your life just awakened in a different way. So go ahead, Tyler.
Awesome. Well, join me up here, Miss Michaela Ebers. Everyone, you may know her. Also goes by, let's see, Big Mac, Mac Attack, Mac Sauce, Aunt May May. What was the other one? I don't remember. Is your mic on? Let's see.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. You have to talk into that mic. So beautiful. This is great. So this is Michaela Ebers. We got the chance to go to Chicago literally the week before everything shut down. So it was crazy, but we got to go serve in Chicago with an organization called CSM. It was amazing. That's where this shirt came from. How fitting. The theme was uncommon community. And now we find ourselves in this predicament. That's crazy. So Michaela, give us an overview of what happened in Chicago.
Okay, so basically every day we went and served at a school in the morning, and then we had a different service thing that we did after the school, which was on Monday we served at a soup kitchen, and on Tuesday we served at a garden place,
Mm-hmm.
and that was for low income families to come and gather their crops. And on Wednesday we went to a center for it's a retirement center,
Mm-hmm.
and we played bingo, and that was a lot of fun. And
we didn't just play bingo. We called bingo in Spanish. Sam Moody killed it. It was awesome.
Yeah. And then we did an immersion on Thursday, which was basically where we had to get out of our comfort zone a little bit and go and talk to some people. And we had $2 to go and find a healthy meal.
Yeah. So you kind of downplayed that immersion. Can you just maybe give an overview of what that immersion actually was? We didn't drive the van downtown.
Oh yeah. So we had a walk and basically just try to start conversation about and ask people what they thought about the homeless population in Chicago. And we also just ask them what organizations they think that there's to help that. Mm-hmm. And it was hard to get out of your comfort zone. We were in 2 groups, and I was with Matthew, and it was really cool to see how he stepped up and went and just did it. I guess it was a little hard at first.
Yeah, and we took public transportation, so that was pretty awesome. That was great for the students to experience that. So, mm-hmm. Michaela, maybe share so that was a lot. That was a great overview. What was one of the most impactful moments or things that we were able to do in Chicago that really impacted you?
I would say serving at the school on the first day. I was serving with another kid, and we were just cleaning a classroom, and I just listened to the teacher speak, and she was just so devoted to what she was doing, and you could really see how God was working through her to just, be so happy and enthusiastic about what she was teaching. And that kind of goes with every place we've served. Everyone was just so devoted in their job and try to serve people and help people.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So we talked a lot about, as we were debriefing the trip, Chicago is Chicago, and it was an amazing experience for all of us that went. But it only matters how you come back and go back to normal life and your everyday life, and what we can take from experiences and trips like that. So what was, after coming home, and now you've kind of transitioned back, I know life's a little bit different, not normal, but as you transitioned back home, what was something that you took from the Chicago opportunity and have applied it into your life?
Well, as we were just like reflecting in the car, I realized that this was a really healing experience for me. These like past couple months, I've gotten down on myself for things that I can't even control. And just seeing how much love this whole team had for each other and for the people who were serving, I just felt surrounded by God's comfort, and helped me realize that all the little moments can matter in a big way. Just maybe like a smile at someone when you're on a walk, or just a little short conversation can make a big difference and a big impact. And also just to see people the way God sees them, and to not, go searching for all the bad in them, but to find the good in them and just support them no matter what.
Awesome. Well, that's great. So now transitioning back home to this whole, like Brad just talked about, this coronavirus storm. How have you found yourself trying to live intentionally during these moments of really uncertainty and questions, and not being able to maybe see friends or go to school or see family? Share a little bit about that.
Well, it was very weird from coming back from, I was so busy before, and now it's just, wow, I don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
So it was probably, I've just trying to get into the Bible more and just concentrate on what God has to do and like what his plan is for me, and just to reflect on the trip also, and to just try to build relationships with those around me, and to just strengthen my relationship with God, and just, to seek like wisdom, and to just grow and be strengthened by this whole, position that we're all in. So.
Yeah, we're all in it together, right? Yeah. It's crazy. Well, thank you, Michaela, for sharing. Is there any final closing thoughts or words that you had? I told you I was going to not give you all the questions. So this is to keep you on your toes. You don't have to share anything if you don't want to, but is there anything that you want to leave, like hope or anything for our viewers right now?
I would just say, just take this time to just, relax and to just think, because we're not all caught up in our busy schedules all the time. I would just, sometimes boredom, like Brad was saying a couple like Wednesdays ago, is just a good thing to have you just kind of debrief about what's been going on in your life and how, you can grow from all that. So that's what I'd say. Awesome.
Well, I'm going to pray for you, Michaela, and then don't leave yet. Jesus, thank you for Michaela. Thank you for just this amazing opportunity and experience that she was able to go on, and all of the other students that we took to Chicago. Thank you for all the organizations that we were able to serve at and lift them right before kind of the whole state shut down. And so just a really cool time frame window there that we were able to do that. Lord, I pray just for Michaela during this time, and for all the students really during this time, that Michaela said it. Just sometimes it's great to sit and think about and debrief life. We don't have the next thing to go to. We don't have a schedule to follow. And so, Father, sometimes just sitting in the quiet with you is what we need for you to show us our next steps. So, Lord, we love you, and I'm so thankful for Michaela and just her being here. So thank you. Amen. All right. So I hope that Michaela's story can be encouragement to all of you. Everything she shared, it's amazing. That was from her heart. I know that. It was really cool to see how God worked in her through Chicago. So one of the things that I heard Michaela say is, man, Jesus was with her before, and Jesus is now with us still. He's not surprised. He's not scared. He is here, and he wants to be with you, and he wants to meet you where you're at, in the quiet, in the journaling phases, whatever, that maybe now you have all sorts of freedom to do. And so try new things. I encourage you to try new things. Maybe you've never journaled before, and that can feel really weird. I was just talking to someone today, and they were sharing, hey, You should write this down because your grandkids someday, when they're in school, like in the year 3000, I think that's what they'll call it. The year 3000, when you're 80 years old, if you're just born today. But anyway, the math, I'm not good at math. But what I'm trying to say is take some notes, write some things down. You never know. You might be interviewed in 80 years from now and they're like, whoa, my grandma was part of the coronavirus thing and everything shut down and the world was crazy. Take notes, take a risk, write stuff down in a journal. Be honest. Share with God how you're feeling. If it's scared, if it's lonely, whatever it is, share with him. Write it down. You'll never know. You can come back to those and see how God has answered your prayers over time. So take a risk. Be a little uncomfortable. It's awesome. We're kind of moving with the punches ourselves. This is great stuff. So we want to be a resource for you. We're here. Everyone in the world now has my cell phone number. So you're welcome, world. If you need anything, let me know. I'll get back to you. But we're here, and we want to really provide some practical things for you to live intentionally during this time, because it is a great time. It's a great time to live intentionally. So some of those things are, we want you to stay connected with LBC Youth social media, and we're going to be launching some things as we move forward here. Starting tomorrow, we're going to start doing daily devotions. So Instagram, Facebook, follow one of those. And if you don't have an account, ask your parents if you can create an account. Maybe they will be able to. Or have your parents follow us, whatever that needs to look like. But do that. Stay connected to us social media-wise. The next thing, man, we have been working so hard over this past week to really mobilize our small group leaders and equip them to run Zoom. And to hopefully some of you have been followed up with by your small group leader. They were wanting to jump in right after this, right after we get done here on YouTube Live, and go for 20 to 30 minutes on a Zoom meeting with you. And it's great because you can see everyone else's face. You can't really hide all your emotions when someone else is looking at your face, right? There's just something about seeing each other to feel that connection. And so that's going to be happening. We want you to stay connected that way. If your small group leader hasn't followed up with you, that's okay. I'll be running one for the middle school, and Marcus will be running one for the high school, and we'll send out those links via Remind. Okay, so make sure that you're on our Remind text system. What I'm trying to say is stay connected. The next thing, we are in the process of making some next step tools that we are going to be kind of offering over these next few weeks. And so just be on the lookout from that. And we'll be sending those out via social media or email, whatever that looks like, Remind maybe. So stay connected. The next thing that I want to share with you is we had this really good idea that we were going to launch tomorrow. However, with the Lincoln Mayor kind of coming out, and there's some new parameters that we have to follow. So we're going to see, we're hoping that we can still do that, but not tomorrow. We're going to make sure that we're still in compliance of everything. We want to be in compliance of what our government is telling us to be in compliant for. So hopefully next week we're able to. We just want to look into the logistics of that with the whole thing starting off tomorrow. We don't want to be the first ones being like, and we're going to defy it. That's not what we're about. So we're going to look into that, but hopefully we can do that next week. The next thing, man, for myself, I just downloaded Nintendo Switch Online. I have a subscription now. Downloaded Fortnite. We can play Smash Bros. So please email me, text me if you want to play online via Nintendo Switch. That fills my bucket. So let me know. Would love to smash with you. So I'm going to pray for us, and then Brad's going to come back up here, and we're going to close out. Father God, thank you so much for this ability to use technology in a way to still allow us to connect together, to still be able to see one another face-to-face on a Zoom meeting. Father, thank you. Man, technology is so great in these moments where we're able to just stay connected. And so Father, I can't even imagine what it would be like if we didn't have technology. It'd be really lonely. And all of us extroverts would probably, I don't know what would happen. I don't want to think about it. But Lord, thank you for being a God who loves us, for being a God who is not scared. You're not up in heaven right now, terrified out of your mind. You're not up there surprised that the world has shut down for this virus. Nothing has surprised you about this whole process. And I pray, Father, that we can rest in that peace, that we can rest in knowing that, God, you are solid and you love us deeply and you pursue us passionately. And Father, so I pray that we take advantage of this time, that we live intentionally. It can be real easy just to wake up whenever we want to and go to bed whenever we want to, Father, but I pray that we wouldn't do that. I pray that we would be people that would stick to a schedule and a routine, because that's healthy. It's healthy to be disciplined. There's a podcaster that my wife listens to more than I do, but his quote is discipline equals freedom. So Father, I pray that during this time we can experience that freedom and rest in who we are in you. So Father, I pray for all the students out there watching us. I pray for the families. Lord, I pray that you would be with them and that you would show yourself in a unique and special way today and this week. Father, we love you, and I pray that we can live intentionally during this time. In your name, amen.
Well, Tyler let it out of the bag a little bit. I guess we're going into cryogenics. For 980 years. 980 years from now, your great. You may be asking you for an interview. So
that's awkward.
That was
2000.
The year 2000. That was a good. That was very good. So
2100.
Guys, man, we are so glad to just spend a little time with you, and we really would just want to reiterate two things. First thing is stay connected with us. We're going to have a lot more interactions. We're kind of getting a plan now with the mayor saying May 6th is our deadline or more of the goal now. Hey, we're going to be kind of locked into this pattern for until May 6th. We're going to start moving some stuff forward into this idea of how do we connect and how do we have an uncommon community in this environment. Second thing is right afterwards, jump on to Zoom. Connect with I know some of you are going like, I don't want to, I don't feel like it. I just feel like I just want to, curl up under my blanket. I just don't want to connect. I just don't know what's going on. I just encourage you, take a risk and connect with your small group on Zoom. If you haven't got connected with your leader, like we have our senior guys leader is in the hospital having a little appendix surgery, so he's not going to be around with us, but Marcus is going to jump in. So make sure that you stay connected with either with the high school. There's a high school only and a middle school only link that'll go out through your mind. Connect in these next 20, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. If you have anything you need, reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. We are getting a little bored around the office also. So, but I will tell you, just as a sneak thing, the thing that Tyler was talking about that we're not going to do tomorrow that we were going to do involved Janice going to Sam's and risking her life so that you could, we bought 4, but then I ate one. Okay, so we're down to 301, but there's 301 awesome, amazing things waiting to be given to you. But stay tuned for that because it could happen Monday if things go well. So
fingers crossed.
And toes.
Also, I forgot. We can wrap it down, but I wore my Crocs today for everyone who I told you I'd wear my Crocs at some point during this year, and I never got to yet, but I'm wearing them now.
There you go.
So Crocs are the best.
All right, cryogenics, invest in it. We will see you guys next week. See you in Zoom in just a little bit. Have a good week.
See ya.